guys, this is Dodger, and welcome to my Windie game review of A Night in Twistwyck Manor by Unpossible Games. So these are mostly going to be games that are made by viewers. I know that a lot of you guys are either developers or involved somehow in making a game, which I think is so cool, and so I thought that this would be a fun way for me, and hopefully for you guys as well, for me to give back to you guys, say thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me all the time and listening to the news episodes and whatever else, and this way hopefully I can drive some traffic to the games that you guys are making. So this game is still very much in production, but I got to play it about 3 times with pretty major gaps in between, which was very cool because I was able to see the way that the game is progressing and notice changes each time. So the idea of the game is that you are a young boy, a skeptic, and all of your friends are terrified of Twistwyck Manor. They believe that it's haunted, that no one can spend the night in there and live, and you, being the skeptical, proud boy that you are, you decide that you're going to spend the night in Twistwyck Manor and prove once and for all that it is not haunted. So the game begins with you outside of the house, about to walk in. Now, for the aesthetic. It's very playful. Everything is very rounded and cartoony, and things that would typically have like a chilling feel to a setting like a haunted manor come off as more mystical with the music and also just like the shimmering that happens in a lot of different places. If the game were in a scarier style, it might come across as more scary, but I don't think that they want it to at all. When you're playing the game, you're not worried. You're more interested, and the game itself comes across as like a giant puzzle, which is very cool because it's not what you expect when you first start playing the game. Also within the game, kind of guiding you through it, are these notes, and the tone, like the voice of the notes, is very casual, and it puts you at ease the second that you're in the house. Something that's interesting to me is the skeptical personality that's attached to your character at the beginning. That disappears the second that you're playing the game. There are no reactions that the character does without your guidance at all. Anything that happens within the game is received very neutrally. He becomes Link, which I don't think is an issue because, like I said before, this is a puzzle game. As for the mechanics, the last time that I was playing it, I felt like the movement of the character was a lot better. I don't know how much they've tweaked with that, but it felt smoother and easier, and his gait, like the walking, didn't feel like it was too slow, which can be super irritating when you're a character that can only walk, so that was very, very nice. The controls are very standard. They're the WASD and pointing and clicking, so it's super easy to play. The only thing that made me hiccup a little bit when I was playing it is when you press tab, you open up your backpack and then you have all of your items in there. And you click and drag it off of the backpack in order to be holding it. And every now and then it glitched out on me a little bit, which I'm sure is something that can be addressed really easily, but I was curious why it wasn't just a click and assumed holding, like you wouldn't have to drag it off of the backpack, but I was thinking that if later in the game there's a reason for you to drag something not necessarily to your hand, but to something else, maybe then it's utilized, not sure. Overall, that is personal preference. It's not a big deal at all. As for the work that's going on with it, it's very much in production, like I said before, but it uses Unity, which is very smart. A lot of porting options with that. Every time you look at their Facebook, you can tell that they're always addressing problems, which is very cool. And there are little things that I just love that have been changed since the first time I played it. First time I played it, there's a room with a chandelier in it, and when I played it at first, the chandelier was always crooked off to the side. And this last time that I played it, I was super excited because it had like a gravity system attached to it, so now it like hangs upside down perfectly and then falls over. Although the first time that I played, when I left the ballroom, I got stuck in this, and really I wasn't sure what to do with that. But that never happened again, so I'm assuming that's a good sign. There's one area of the game that I always wind up getting stuck on, and I don't know if I just have terrible timing, but every time I've played it, you walk in and I think that there's supposed to be like invisible bookshelves that make a maze, and when you look up at the ceiling there's a mirror and you're able to see the bookshelves so you can navigate the maze. Every time I've played it, when you look at the ceiling there's nothing there, but you're still like running into walls. Hopefully, when this game is done and all put together, I will get a message from you guys and be able to play the final product, because I would love to know what happens in Twistwyck Manor. It's a very relaxing game, but it's very much a puzzle game, and I'm curious to see whether or not the difficulty level raises at all. So thank you for your submission. I loved playing that game. Any of you who would like to play it, there is a link in the description to be able to go and play it. Do not troll the indie devs. I will be very disappointed in you. If you have a game that you or a friend has made and you would like me to do a review and play of it on my channel, you can go ahead and send me a link or a file attachment to pressheartgames@gmail.com. I'll put it somewhere in here so that you can write it down or make sure you're spelling it right or whatever you need. But thanks again, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye-bye!